Then, until 7,000 years ago, people had to walk everywhere. Then they started using animals for transportation. Later, people invented vehicle animals. People use horse and donkey for transportation. In lots of place, people also use camel in Africa, elephant in Asia, and llamas in South America. People still use animals for transportation today. The first vehicles. People made rafts from tree trunk. They floated on the raft along river and on lake. It was easier than swimming, and they didn't get wet. These were the first vehicle. Sleds were like raft, but they were used on land. They were useful because it's easier to push heavy things than to lift them. The wheels about 5,500 years ago, people added wheels to sleds. Farmers and traders made carts with two or four wooden wheels. Cow and horse pulled the cart with wheels on much faster than sled. The wheel is one of the most important inventions in history, and today you can see wheels everywhere. Cars, buses, trucks, trains, bicycles, motorcycles, and planes all have wheels. Wheels are important in engines too. Truck with a lot of travelers called a road train. The longest road train was Australian. It had 117 trailers with 2,126 wheels. International transportation. Until about 10,000 years ago, people lived in small family groups and they didn't travel a lot. Then, as the villages and towns became bigger, people had to travel to find food. People used animals to carry goods like meat and fur. Then, about 6,000 years ago, people started travel long distance to make metal, swords, and spice. Ships began trading in the Middle East 4,500 years ago. People used ships because animals could not travel over water. Soon people were trading all around Europe and Asia. Traders took tiny silk to Europe along the Silk Road 2,500 years ago. They used horses and camels to carry the silk more than 3,000 kilometers. Transportation today. Today, every country in the world uses water, air, and land transportation to transport fuel, and clothes, and other goods like car or television. Tourists stopped to go on a vacation by train and boat 200 years ago, from about 1960, with the invention of large passenger planes. Tourism became very popular. Today, about 900 million tourists travel to another countries every year. In 2001, an American called Dennis Tattle was the first space tourist. He flew in a Russian spaceship to International Space Station. Will tourists travel to the moon today, one day? In the future, the world needs to produce less pollution. Electric motors produce less pollution than diesel and gasoline engines will all vehicles have electric motor one day, what will transportation be like in the future? Cars, some modern cars use biodiesel. Biodiesel become from plant and it is clean fuel. We can also produce clean energies from the sun and wind. And the wind machine can put this energy into batteries that power electric motor. In the future, most cars will have electric motor or they will use biodiesel. Ships. After 100 years of ships with engines, sails will be important again for ships. In the future, sails will help to power ships, so they use less fuel. Solar vehicle. In some countries where it's very sunny, there are solar cars. They use energies from sun. Most solar cars are racing cars. The fastest solar car travel up to 90 kilometers per hour. People have made some solar planes too. Solar planes are very light and they can carry much, maybe more vehicles. In the future, we will use solar energy. Trains use magnet to float in the air above the track. They are much faster than usual trains. Will Marvel trains become common in the future?